Do something cool. Me so horny by 2 live crew in an Indian accent. Thank you for the 2. I don't know what that is. Impression of her and the hype in super fights and getting this. I don't know. Basically, we got to hype it up because the fights are going to... Who's winning? Rolly Romero's winning. And it's round 12, 30 seconds left. He's won. Unless Ryan finishes him. Ryan ain't doing anything. Rolly's barely doing anything either but jabbing the body. That's all that's happening. Ryan going to throw a big shot at the end even? Damn, he just let himself lose at the end. That's kind of crazy. Is that the fight over? Damn, the fight's over. Touching gloves and... Wow, that was weak. Weak. The point of watching. There's no way you can call this a sport. This is pathetic after Eubank Ben last weekend. Yeah. That was a one-off, I guess. Damn, what a shit fight. Bet you anything. Look at these comments here, like Garcia got whooped. Like, no. No, he didn't. He has not a mark on him. He didn't get hit by a good shot other than in round 2. The whole fight. He got whooped. Destroyed, lol. He got absolutely destroyed. Like, nothing happened in that fight. Boxing fans genuinely don't have anything to talk about. Nothing happened in that fight for 12 rounds, other than in round 2 when Romero knocked him off balance. That's it. Destroyed, dude. Absolutely destroyed in that fight. Like, come on, man. I like for real NBA Guru, Rockets versus Dubs. No, I'm not doing NBA Guru, dude. One sport at a time. This fight was shallow and pedantic. It insists upon itself. It does. Thank you for the $5. It does insist upon itself. Love your recent vid, iconic moments. Most ironic thing is that boxing pretty much only this BS. If we ran the UFC, boxing would be dead in a decade. So true. So true. Dude, neither of them have a mark on their face. Like, they have no pain on their face at all. Rolly wants Devin Ryan rematch. Oh, what is this? So they talk to Ryan now. Impression of Jones on all fours showing his eye. That's the whole card. That's the boxing card. That was it. Hey, back me up, Guru, lad. Till's gonna save boxing, lad. How many death sentences does it take to beat a gorilla? Alright. 5 flying kicks from death sentence. This is why heavyweight is king in boxing. I guess so. Hopefully Garcia goes on another bender and gets back to his true form. You know what I'm going to say, chat? After watching Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia and all of this, dude, Bradley Martin would beat all of them in a fight. You know how people call me crazy for saying I'd beat the smaller weight like fighters like Devin Haney in a fight? Dude, if they catch you, it's over. Oh, shut up, dude. That's done. You know what I mean? That's done. No more argument for that shit. You know? Can we be real? You got to try and get to them before they catch you with that one punch. Like, no. No, we don't. No, you don't need to do that. No, you don't. There's no worry. They ain't going to do shit. You know what I mean? They ain't going to feint at range and not throw with anything. And barely. And if they do land, you might feel it. You know what I mean? Like, there's... In the lower divisions in boxing, like, these are baby weights. These are baby humans. Like, if I honestly think if Devin Haney was, like, getting rowdy at a club and a bouncer had to deal with him, a bouncer would easily deal with Devin Haney in a club. There'd be no fear of, like, oh, my God, no, that's Devin Haney, dude. That's Devin Haney right there, man. We don't know. You don't want him. Just let him do what he wants in this club. We can't possibly get him out, dude. Any bouncer's dealing with him. I swear to God. They ain't got no pop in any of their shots. I'd beat Devin Haney in a fight. I swear to God. In a street fight, I'd beat Devin Haney. Almost thought boxing was getting exciting. I know. They wouldn't even beat like a 210-pound white belt. They wouldn't. They genuinely wouldn't. Rolly would blitz you with a nasty combo. Rolly's different, though, dude. Rolly's different. I mean Devin Haney. Thank you for the $50. GOAT, says Marcano. I appreciate the $50, dude. Thanks. Crazy that Tank is the best of those little guys. Yeah, Tank's different as well. But Devin Haney, dude, I'd easily beat Devin Haney in a street fight. No doubt about it. No question at all in my mind. Easily destroy Devin Haney in a street fight. You wouldn't even get close. I wouldn't even get close to Devin Haney. Oh, what's he going to do? You put me down with a punch? I ain't seen it once. Not once! I've been watching a lot of Devin Haney fights in his recent career. Not once have I seen him put someone down with a punch. Thank you for the $50, though. I appreciate that, Marcano. I appreciate you. Really appreciate that, Marcano. Money Marcano over here. Thank you very much for the 50, dude. I appreciate you. Why are people talking about Haney? I don't know. Fuck Devin Haney, dude. I've just been watching the box and he had another shit fight. So did Ryan Garcia, though, dude. Everyone had a fucking shitty fight, but that's boxing, isn't it? Chat, who wins? Okay, serious question now. For X. Who wins? 100 Devin Haneys or Bradley Martin? Do you think they could do it, chat, if they peppered him down? What do you think? I don't know if they could. The first Devin Haney is getting absolutely destroyed. That's all I know, dude. The first Devin Haney of the group is getting absolutely fucking obliterated. So you bet against Pigs Picks? I'm actually doing pretty well this year on picks, but my main events have been pretty bad. Did you ever think maybe it's TKO and not UFC messing this up? No, I just think they need to fucking get their shit together unless it's intentionally being destroyed from within. Imagine drowning, you pass out, get saved, and wake up to Haney saving your life, nose to mouth resuscitation. All right. Thank you for the $5. UFC ain't losing to boxing, buddy. It is. It actually is, though, in terms of sales. And in terms of popularity, it really is. JDM's coach is funny as fuck, talks a lot of shit. Yes, he is. I've seen that. I was going to ask him about that. Chat, yes or no, is boxing more relevant than the UFC? It is. It just is. Fact. There was a time where I was thinking, dude, UFC is going to take over. Boxing shouldn't even hold a fucking candle to UFC. That's how you know it's all about promotion. No. You guys are coping MMA fans. Boxing is way more fucking mainstream than the UFC. Way more mainstream, man. Absolutely it is. Not for Gen Z. Oh, Gen Z, dude. They're vaping. They're pussies, dude. I don't give a fuck about Gen Z. I'm talking about the world. Boxing is way more worldwidely known than the UFC. It wins. It's more relevant as a combat sport than the UFC. Absolute fact. What do you mean no? Fucking dumbass, dude. It is more mainstream. It is. It's way more mainstream. Who Who wins a 2v1 between Hap and Ace versus Haney? And I think Dana should go full heel on Makayev. You know? Full heel on Makayev and say, we're bringing him back, but only to get his ass whooped. And he should play that role again. Dana used to play that role, but he doesn't play it anymore. You know? Somebody get me through this nightmare. I can't control my brain. This animal I have become. Thoughts on Disney casting Francis as Ghost Rider? Very funny. Haney, bell pepper nose extravaganza. All right. Have you ever been like, I need $500 and started streaming? No, I don't need it anymore. I'm doing well. I'm not desperate for money. Thank you for, I just like streaming sometimes because it gives me some social moment in life. Thank you for the 5. It's nice. Based on what numbers? Every number. Pay-per-views, weekendly. Every number boxing does better than the UFC. Based on what numbers? Every number. Their Instagram followers, social media posts, reactions to fights, highlight videos on YouTube. Every number. Boxing wins against the UFC, and it shouldn't be that way. Without McGregor, they don't even have a candle. They don't hold a candle to some boxing numbers. That's not true. You guys are just gay MMA fans, dude. It shouldn't be that way, I understand, but it's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. That genuinely isn't true, though. Whatever. You just all coping and trying to get a reaction out of me. This is absolutely correct. Boxing is more relevant right now than MMA. Absolute fact. You're an MMA fan too, you fraud. Oh, alright, so I just lie about MMA being more than boxing. Low IQ MMA fans, dude. Actual coping MMA ass fucking bitches in chat. This is true, dude. Boxing is way more prevalent in the mainstream than the UFC. This card tonight, even though the fights were shit, this card tonight, and then guess what's going to happen tomorrow? Canelo's fighting. And then he'll have something else, and then he'll have something else, and then something else will come along. Did Eddie Hearn blow you when the fuck did you turn into this boomer boxing monster? I'm not, yeah, this is the thing, yeah. Being in denial about it isn't helping MMA, exactly, dude. This is the problem, I guess. Everyone's on a team. They can't just be objective, dude. Boxing is shit to watch. It's awful to watch. It's never fun to watch. Every fucking big fight goes to fucking decision. It's shit. And still they're more popular of a sport. How? No way it should be that way. My favorite beatdown in MMA was Figueiredo Benavidez 2. True. That was a sick fucking fight. We're in the UFC content slop era. Soulless. True. Boxing is so mainstream that parks in Spanish-speaking countries have boxing rings in them. Kids are on the swing while motherfuckers throw hands. Yeah, it's so mainstream. Boxing been around for 2 centuries. UFC has 3 decades. Okay, that's another reason why it's more mainstream then. You can't cope about the reason why. It shouldn't be. It's shit. It should be completely engulfed by now by a superior sport with correct promotion, but they don't fucking promote it. You guys are just gay MMA fans, the MMA guru. It's true, though. If you're coping about that, it's true. You're not being logical. Impression of Ngannou hitting Ortega's kids with a motorcycle? No. Last one, Purple Hazing, and isn't it? No, I don't know what that song is, man. I know it, but I don't know the lyrics. Islam Dick Riders 100% the most annoying MMA fan base. They are. Boxing may be bigger than MMA, but Power Slap's still king. True. Hey Guru, I'm 397 pounds. Thanks for normalizing being an morbidly obese fan for a fit sport. You're the male Lizzo for MMA fans. Keep it up. All right, what the fuck, dude? Jesus Christ. Well, I appreciate you, mate, but fucking hell. Shut up, would ya? Five and less than Emilia Tupuria, then we fight. Let's go. Yeah, UFC's way more entertaining than boxing. I completely understand. And now it should be bigger than boxing. How are these guys stars when they don't entertain in any of their fucking fights? How? How does that work? It just doesn't make any sense. Like, put it this way, chat. If Devin Haney, the way he fought, yeah, was a black UFC fighter, he would not have a fucking fan base. Fact. Absolute fact. If Devin Haney, just as himself, was a UFC fighter, he'd have zero following. But he has millions of followers. Millions of followers. That is so fucking true. That is so true. And it's because of boxing's promotion. Because these guys get made into stars. Manufactured into stars. It's because he's black. Dude, he's the Lerone Murphy. Exactly, go MMA. He's the Lerone Murphy of boxing. He'd have no fans. He'd be number 11 ranked with 27k followers. Absolutely true. Boxing is better for stardom than MMA is. Absolute fact. It creates more stars. Their big names are more superstars than MMA. And we need to change that, dude. And MMA needs to fucking change it and need to buck their ideas up. One, Bellator PFL also failed to give UFC competition. True. Thank you for the two. They're shit. All boxing has pre-written scores anyways. Hey, Guru, I'm £500. Who do you think Jeremy Stevens beats right now? You don't beat. I don't think you beat. You won't beat Mason Jones this weekend. That's for sure. That guy that called you Lizzo hates himself. No, I get it, dude. I get insulted all the time. It's fine. Jose Valencia, thank you for the $1. 100 Seals versus Devin Haney with a club. The Seals would win. Guru trying to prop himself up as the savior of MMA media. I'm not. I'm being... you're just rage baiting. It's so lame. I can't even have a conversation with chat these days. Actually had more fun watching Karate Combat than Haney and Garcia fights. Yeah, there were some good scraps. If only Karate Combat was around for 200 years. True. Very true. I still can't believe Power Slap's a thing. I mean, it's just for viral TikTok clips, isn't it, really? More money in boxing because it's mainstream. Exactly. So it does a better job promoting itself than UFC does. Everyone knows that Haney is uninteresting to watch, yet he's still getting paid tens of millions. They must be in some way going even for money on these events. Chat is always gaslighting you nowadays. Annoying. I know, yeah, it's lame. Didn't realize RDR was so big. Hope he chokes Bobo. I think Bo Nickel TKO's RDR, to be honest with you, on the feet. I know Francis killed someone in Africa. We reported it a few days ago. I just don't understand how UFC loses to this boring sport when average Apex card has more excitement. I know. So there must be a problem, man. We need better promotion. They're not promoting the fights. Impression of Shevchenko confusing Grasso as a hotel maid. And this is my underwear. Take to clean. About to get naked and watch every JDM fight. Like, how many followers does Devin Haney have on Instagram? 2.6 million? What? He hasn't entertained anyone a day in his life. A day in his life. 2.6 million. He's never entertained. There's never been a crazy moment from Devin Haney in a fight. 2.6 million? Shh. Honestly, dude. Black? Dude, in the UFC, dude, Joaquin Buckley has entertained more people than Devin Haney. That's a fact. He's created more iconic moments than Devin Haney in combat sports. That is an absolute fact. Joaquin Buckley has created more iconic moments in combat sports than Devin Haney. How many does Joaquin Buckley have? 300k? 300k. Boxing 10 out of 10 promotion, 0 out of 10 entertainment. Facts. And maybe that's why they promote so heavily, because they know the product is absolute fucking garbage that nobody wants to fucking watch. So if UFC could match that in any level of way in terms of promotion, they actually have a good product. I almost feel like one group of people own everything and they're directly keeping them in balance with each other. You know? So one doesn't take over. Dude, Sam Alvey sleeping on some random was way more exciting than any boxing card I've seen in years. I know. Thank you for the 5. It's not some random, but yeah. Check out Luke Thomas's video on Ian Gary. I think he hit the nail on the head when it comes to modern fighters and Ian Gary. I can't look at it now, but I assume he meant like they're there to win and they're not here to entertain anymore. I would assume he sort of went down that sort of route. and how technical and great it is, type thing. Bill Haney has more iconic moments than his son. There you go. True that. I just put up the 100 Devin Haney's or 1 Bradley Martin tweet on Twitter. I think 1 Bradley Martin could beat 100 Devin Haney's. Okay, serious question after the Haney versus Ramirez boxing match tonight. Who wins? 100 Devin Haney's or 1 Bradley Martin? The Haneys might have a chance if they go all at once, but the first 10 Haneys are getting destroyed. What do you guys think? I reckon at least the first 12 Devin Haneys are getting thrown around and swatted away by Bradley Martin. 100%. Bradley Martin has 2 minutes of cardio. Wow, now these arguments come out. Buckley, low-key, my favorite fighter. Buckley's a really sick fighter to watch. He's one of my favorites at the moment, for sure. He's an entertainment-first fighter, dude. He risks it for the fucking biscuit. Bill Haney has Monster Inoue Sunday will make boxing great again. True. Thank you for the $2. Do, 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 do. Haney can never beat Martin. Yeah, maybe. Because you're just having a hissy fit. You're always in the chat every single day. I'll time you out for a day if you want. UFC doesn't have the Basketball American YN audience. They're the biggest consumers. Why don't they have it? Because they don't fucking promote. And if they did, then they would have that audience. It's not difficult to get that audience. Logan Paul wouldn't just beat you. He'd murder you. All right. Thank you for the $2. Are you going to hug and carry DJ? No. I'm not going to do Hasbulla and Mike Tyson on him. Shut up.